You already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. Y'all, we back in the building and we got to talk because word on the curb is that Phaedra Parks is allegedly the villain behind this whole scandal involving the mystery man approaching Angela on camera to let her know that her husband was allegedly cheating in his restaurant. Okay. Or in the restaurant, in some restaurant, somebody's establishment, a food court, I don't know. But the villain has allegedly been unmasked. We're going to talk about that. But Phaedra, what in the world is going on with you? Now, of course, we still have to wait and see, of course, the episode and how they choose to play it. But y'all, Angela done told all the tea. She done told all the tea. So y'all was letting me know while I was live earlier, and I did not know this, that Carlos was had interviewed Angela and had dropped the interview this morning. I didn't realize it by the time I went live because otherwise I would have been like on it to watch to see what was the tea, but now I gotta really dive back into it. Full disclaimer, I haven't finished the episode, okay? But I am going to go back, do my full due diligence, and watch the entire thing. And if there are any other parts that we need to extrapolate from this interview, we definitely will. But I was leaving the gym. I think it was around about the time I was leaving the gym. I ended up seeing this post from Mr. Housewives. And it says, Angela Oakley reveals Phaedra Parks was behind the cheating rumors about Charles Oakley. Now, I asked you guys in the chat to drop your thoughts on who it was. A lot of people were thinking it was Britt for some reason. At the time, I was like, I don't know what Britt would do this. I mean, it doesn't seem like her style, but I don't know. Some people in the chat have said Phaedra. At the time, I was like, well, why would Phaedra need to do that, right? Why would she? I mean, did she need to spice up these last couple of episodes since she arrived? Like, because she was the one who took that tea back to Portia, Britt, and Cynthia, right? So let's get into it. Essentially, when Angela sat down with Carlos. Okay, I'm gonna have to start calling them Barbara Walters now. I'm gonna have to call him Barbara Walters. She spilled all the tea. She basically says that Phaedra Parks was the mastermind behind the cheating rumors about her husband. Okay, now remember the guy, Marcus, approached Angela at the event. Okay, apparently, there had been some discussions about him allegedly seeing Charles at his restaurant with different women. And we saw all that, right? We saw all of that happen. And he basically kind of blurts this out also in front of a lot of the girls in the group, well, that were there, right? But Charles did end up hearing it. Now, we know that next week, Angela is going to meet up with him. And he is going to admit that someone paid him to say that. Now, Angela is saying in this interview that it was Phaedra. Apparently, Marcus did not name her right away, but eventually he ended up spilling the beans and snitching on Phaedra, according to this. All right? According to this. Now, why would Phaedra do this, right? Because Angela says, there were just too many coincidences. There were too many coincidences. She doesn't really know that many people from Athens. Apparently, there were like 4 people from Athens in the room. apparently the guy's sister went to school with Phaedra's brother. So there's just a lot of coincidences, you know?
Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I ask you.
And so Phaedra is literally looking all shocked and surprised and is basically, you know, in the background like,
I told her this right here. She said, don't bitches that cannot buy shoes that comes in a box. Yeah.
I just thought I would drop that old one on y'all real quick. I thought I would take it back to the back, forth and forth. I thought I would take y'all back for a minute there. We not live, but I had to give y'all some of that good live energy. But baby, Phaedra sat there in that scene looking like Mimi chomping on that sandwich. And I'm just kind of like, yo, we got some breaking news. We got some breaking news to insert in this video. Bravo has just released a teaser of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion looks. And the first that we get to see is Portia Williams. So let's take a look and see exactly what she's giving. Bam! Okay, come through. Come on through with this reunion look. I am here for the vibes. I'm here for this gold right here, this gold-plated breastplate, okay? The breasticles up in the gold. I'm not mad at it. I am not mad at this look. Yeah, okay. And I'm trying to get a good glimpse at this backdrop here. So what I'm getting is that we're looking at Grenada in the backdrop. And my feeling is I hope that what they did was something that they did with the Orange County ladies was they used what appeared to be a sort of LED sort of screen in the backdrop that has like the picture on it. And those screens look absolutely amazing. Okay. Amazing. So I'm hopeful that that's what we're getting, but I can't tell because a part of it looks a little, I don't know. It looks like a little wrinkle right there, but I can't tell. All I will say is this. The look is great. I wonder if everyone will have a similar sort of gold plated type of look going on with them, or if we're going to see a couple of different colors. What do you guys think in the comments? Let us know what you think. And I had to give y'all this brief little like taste because I was like, "Ooh, Bravo just dropped it. Yes, give it all to me, baby. Give it all to me." And furthermore, you know, why would you do this? Angela talks about in this clip that she was willing to get to know Phaedra for herself. And she had so many questions for Phaedra, like, how do you do this whole housewives thing? You know, she was hoping to learn from this. Just there's a saying that states never meet your heroes. And it's usually because a lot of times you will meet these people that you have idolized or that you put on a pedestal, maybe not idolized, but that you look to for guidance, right? I've been in those types of situations before too, especially in this industry where I have, you know, thought that I was going to be working with somebody that I would be able to learn from. The whole time that person is like just not willing to be open. I just felt like that person was like, it just was a crazy situation. I mean, it's nobody that y'all know. So it's not like that. And I would never say who the person was because I just don't do those types of things. But, you know, it happens. It really does happen. So for Angela, she's hurt and she's disappointed by all of this. As a fan, I mean, there's a couple of things that I need to like really dive into. Like, girl, like Angela, like, you know, you wasn't supposed to spill this tea quite just yet, baby. Like, the episode ain't aired. So I know the network is looking at you like, girl, what? But she is new to this, right? She's new to the game. So, you know, I give her a pass, baby, because I wanted to know anyway. I ain't feel like waiting to Sunday, no way. So shout out to Barbara Walters over there, Carlos, aka Carlos King, for getting the tea. And go ahead and hit publish, because at the end of the day, me wanted to know. I did. I wanted to know. Now, was I willing to wait until Sunday? Yes, I was. But Angela, girl, like you should have, like you supposed to be waiting to the episode. But I applaud your ingenuity, right? I applaud you for going ahead and spilling the tea, right? And shout out to Carlos for getting it. But man, so now as a fan, I am just like looking at Phaedra like, girl, what is going on? So I don't know if Phaedra peeped this discourse floating around out there, but I did notice well, I mean, she had posted this a while ago. I mean, so you know, this ain't got nothing to do with, I think, this post or whatever, because it does look like this was posted. What? It was posted. When was it posted? It was posted 20 hours ago. So, you know, she says not every interest needs an announcement. Sometimes the look speaks loud enough. This is the reunion you didn't know you needed. Talls and Smalls back in the building. Now, this was her with Nene Leakes and Cynthia Bailey down to the Hollywood Unlocked event where Jason Lee is continuing to do the work, okay? Gathering the stars together for a night of entertainment, celebration, memories, good times, photo ops, and more. Doing the work. I'm not mad at it. Not a single bit. Y'all know how we do over here. All right. So Phaedra's, making the rounds with the old girls. Not the old girls, not calling them old, but I'm just saying the OGs, right? The ones we been knowing for a long time. And so I wondered, when Phaedra did one of her most recent interviews, somebody asked her about Angela feeling like an OG. And Phaedra just kind of was like, well, I don't really know her that well. Well, then I don't know why you would allegedly want to do this. It makes no sense to me, because after everything that happened to you on Married to Medicine, particularly with you being the new person in the group, and we were all upset with the girls for bringing your husband on the trip where he has not been more a part of a Married to Medicine, ain't been more, maybe go to the doctor. Is he seeing one of these doctors for treatments of anything like that? They could have at least gave him a pee shot or something like that with Dr. Jackie down to her office, to at least feel like we wrangling him in, other than just, meeting up with Dr. Heavenly. Maybe, he could have been getting some grills or something. I don't know. But they just didn't tie that together well enough for me. But anyway, so we was all rooting for you, Phaedra. And so how you gonna cop over from one show where you saying they're being the mean girls to this show where this is essentially mean girl behavior to little old Angela? Not old, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Little old Angela. It's just a saying, little old. Forgive me. Dang, I got to take it back. From Lil Angela, not Lil Angela, because she a tall woman, so Big Angela. But I don't want it to make it sound like we say a big back or nothing like that. Just, why would you do this to Angela? You listen, you got to clarify things, because everybody's offended by something nowadays. All right. That's what I learned that on this channel. People will be offended. I can say the sky is blue. Oh my God, you offended me. It's not blue to me. I'm colorblind. I'm colorblind too. F you mean. Anyway, that's me right now. I'm sitting over here. I'm stumped. I'm gooped. I'm gagged. I'm too through with this whole situation. Now I got to know why. I need to know, why would one do this? Why would someone do this? Explain it to me. Now, again, we say alleged because we got to see the episode and how they roll it out. But Phaedra, what? Y'all let me know in the chat how y'all feel. Is the villain being unmasked the person that you thought it was, or do you think that there's more to this story? We will have to wait and see. The jury is still out. But right now, Angela's saying it was fake. Dun, 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 dun.